Our planet is a living, breathing system, constantly changing. To understand its grand scale and intricate processes, we've built brilliant sentinels and placed them in the silence of space. These are our eyes in the sky, the satellites. Over 2 decades, one satellite in particular has been monitoring the very pulse of our planet. Terra has been our witness to a changing world. In recent years, it captured something both inspiring and alarming: the colossal Siberian wildfires. But Terra does more than just watch the flames. As winds blow and currents shift, it tracks the long, dangerous journey of the smoke and debris across continents. By synthesizing data on greenhouse gases, atmospheric aerosols, and more, Terra provides a live, accurate, and multidimensional view of the event. We can see the smoke journeying thousands of miles toward a critical and vulnerable environment, the pristine Arctic ice.
Wait, but how does this actually affect the local environment?
Bro, I was literally about to explain that. Wait a sec, please. So let's continue with the explanation. This begins with the smoke itself. Those raging wildfires release nitrogen-rich compounds, like nitrogen oxides and ammonia. Essentially, these are potent urban nutrients. So they fall from the sky, dissolve into the snow and ice through rain and snowfall, a process that's actually known as wet deposition. For the tiny flowering plants in the ocean, known as phytoplankton, is an unexpected feast. You see, by late summer, nitrogen in the Arctic waters is a nutrient dessert, so this atmospheric delivery from distant fires provides a sudden, abundant supply. It's like a surprise meal arriving right when they're the most hungry. With this new food source, the phytoplankton population explode. They begin to divide at such a rapid pace, landing to something remarkable: massive late-season blooms that would never occur under normal conditions. On the surface, a green ocean might sound healthy, right? But in the delicate balance of the Arctic, this is a system in chaos. First, these massive unnatural blooms can create dead zones. When the phytoplankton eventually die and sink, bacteria decompose them, consuming vast amount of oxygen in the process. Second, they are rich in number but poor in essential high-quality fats that marine life needs to thrive. The most valuable molecules in the marine food web are long-chain omega-3 fats like EPA and DHA. These are crucial for brain health, reproduction, and energy in animals, all the way up the chain to us. But to build these sophisticated fats, phytoplankton need a balanced diet, a precise ratio of key nutrients, primarily nitrogen and phosphorus. The phytoplankton flooded with nitrogen but starved on phosphorus can't build their complex omega-3 machinery. And now they go into a kind of panic mode. So they do the quick and cheap thing. They use the abundant nitrogen to churn out simple proteins and basic sugars. And now the result is junk food plankton, abundant but nutritionally empty. But to fully understand the impact, we have to follow this story to its end. And it all comes down to the food chain. Now, think of phytoplankton as the grass of the sea. These microscopic plants are the fundamental base of the entire marine food web. From the tiniest krill to the largest whale, every creature on the ocean directly or indirectly depends on them. Now, back in 2014, the system went crazy. The Siberian wildfire smoke acted as a potent unnatural fertilizer, dumping a massive dose of nitrogen into the Arctic Ocean and causing a population explosion. A pivotal study by Artina and others, using data from instruments like MODIS on the Terra satellite itself, provided a direct link from those distant wildfires to the sudden, intense greening of the Arctic. But here's the critical catch. This isn't healthy, balanced bloom, you remember? This is what scientists call a junk food bloom. Now the worst part. This nutritional deficiency cascades up the entire food chain. The tiny zooplankton that eat them become less nutritious. The small fish that eat the zooplankton inherit the same problem, and so on, all the way up to the large predators we recognize. And this finally ends on our dinner tables. The salmon, the cod, the tuna that millions of us rely on, they are all part of this fragile global system. When the base of that web becomes junk food, the nutritional value of the fish we eat is fundamentally at risk. So, What is the true value of an eye in the sky? With Terra, we don't just monitor a changing environment, we learn to read the story of our own planet. We see how a fire on one continent can alter an ocean on another one, and how that, in turn, can ripple all the way to our own lives. It reveals a truth we can no longer ignore, that we are all deeply connected within a single living system. And the most powerful part, this story isn't locked away. Most this data is open source, a gift from NASA to the world. It's a vast digital library, an archive of our planet's vital signs, and it's waiting. It's waiting for scientists, for students, for the simply curious, for anyone who looks up at the sky and wonders. The data is there for us to explore, to question, and to find our own role in the story of our precious, changing Earth.